Stormgate is a free-to-play real-time strategy game from Frost Giant Studios, founded by former Blizzard developers who worked on projects like StarCraft II and Warcraft III. The game takes place in a post-apocalyptic world where players command mechs to defend Earth from an invasion of demons called Infernals.
We have new ways to mine resources and centralized army production. Their flying arc ship cascades power, which they use to expand infrastructure, energize their army, and enhance their abilities.
Enemies beware.
Now, the Celestial Armada is here. Earth.
Age of Mythology. Retold is a remastered version of the classic real-time strategy game, Age of Mythology. Developed by World's Edge, Forgotten Empires, Tantalus Media, and Capturage, this version combines the best elements of the original game with modern enhancements. Players can command gods from the Greek, Norse, Egyptian, and Atlantean pantheons to lead their civilizations to victory. The game features improved graphics, new 3D models, animations, and enhanced gameplay mechanics.
Rain down destruction.
And unleash our fury. Worship me. Claim my power. And legend will know.
Tempest Rising is a classic real-time strategy RTS game developed by Slipgate Ironworks and published by 3D Realms. The game is set in an alternate universe 1997, where the Cuban Missile Crisis escalated into a nuclear World War III. In this devastated world, a mysterious plant called Tempest begins to spread, offering both benefits and dangers.
I have reinforcements on their way to you. Pull that base apart.
We've discovered a strange property. On a large scale, the event could be catastrophic. Get me one of these missiles, Commander.
Men of War 2 is a real-time strategy game set during World War II, developed by Best Way and published by Fulcrum Publishing. This game is the latest installment in the acclaimed Men of War series and offers an in-depth RTS experience with a strong emphasis on historical accuracy and tactical gameplay.
We'll see our enemies conquered.
It is not the silvery wings in the sky that will bring us victory from up high. It is not the beasts of steel, crushing all under their tracks, that will decide the fate of our lands. No, for it is only the hearts and deeds of men that will bring war to its end. The only weapons that can never be broken. Only the courage of men will deliver our victory. Men like you, Commander.
Fragile Existence is a sci-fi real-time strategy game developed by Fragile Continuum and published by Hooded Horse. The game is set in the year 2713, following the near-total annihilation of Earth and the near-Earth territories by an unknown enemy force. Players take on the role of the Fleet Commander, responsible for the survival of humanity's last remnants. Beyond These Stars is a sci-fi city-building game developed by Balancing Monkey Games and published by Hooded Horse. players are tasked with building a civilization on the back of Kiwa, a giant space whale traveling through the universe. This unique setting combines elements of space exploration, city management, and survival. Dustfront is an indie real-time strategy game that integrates elements of grand strategy, procedural world generation, and a non-linear campaign. Developed by RTS Daimon, the game is set on a planet devastated by countless wars and upheavals, with humanity's remnants buried beneath soot and concrete. Sanctuary Shattered Sun is an ambitious real-time strategy game developed by Enharten Media. Set on the surface of a fractured Dyson sphere, the game offers grand-scale RTS gameplay reminiscent of classic titles like Supreme Commander and Total Annihilation, but with modern enhancements. Global Conflagration is a modern real-time strategy game set in a near-future war-torn Europe. Developed by Midwood, the game draws heavy inspiration from classic RTS titles like Command and Conquer, featuring fast-paced combat, resource management, and strategic base building.
And conquer all objectives! Time to unleash the full potential of our force.
Cataclismo is a real-time strategy and tower defense game developed by Digital Sun, known for their previous work on Moonlighter. Set in a world devastated by an event known as the Cataclismo, players must rebuild humanity's last bastion by constructing fortresses brick by brick to defend against waves of horrors.
And we did not stop. We faced down horror, night after night. We grew strong. We built new homes, tamed this land of mist, and we survived. They broke us once, but I see no broken souls today.
Frostpunk 2 is the sequel to the critically acclaimed city-building survival game by 11-Bit Studios. Set 30 years after the apocalyptic blizzard that ended civilization as we know it, the sequel introduces new challenges as players continue the struggle to survive in a frozen wasteland. With coal now replaced by oil as the primary resource, players must manage their city's needs while dealing with political, social, and environmental challenges.
It's them who knock and open the door to hell.
Homeworld 3 is the highly anticipated sequel to the classic real-time strategy series, developed by Blackbird Interactive and published by Gearbox Publishing. Set in a galaxy where the hyperspace gate network is catastrophically failing, the game continues the story of Karen Sajet and her clan as they navigate new threats and challenges.
Alert! Hostile strike craft engaging. We need cover. They're all over me.
I'm still struggling with it all.
Hostile turret tracking me. Requesting support.
The losses.
Alert! We need cover. Taking turret fire.
It hurts.
Controller lead.
But I don't want to forget them.
Get us out of here.
Even in victory, there is loss. May the burden remain.
Manor Lords is a medieval city building and real-time strategy game developed by Slavic Magic and published by Hooded Horse. The game combines deep, organic city building with large-scale, tactical battles set in a historically inspired world. Commandos Origins is a real-time tactical stealth game that takes players back to the beginning of the legendary World War II commando unit. Developed by Claymore Game Studios and published by Calypso Media, the game is set during the early days of the elite strike force, exploring how Jack O'Hara, the Green Beret, and his companions came together to undertake high-risk missions against the Nazi occupation.
Unbaked deserts of North Africa. To the windswept peaks of Scandinavia. With enemies around every corner, each mission requires cunning and adaptability. Do you have what it takes?
Kingmakers is a unique blend of action, strategy, and sandbox gameplay, developed by Redemption Road Games and published by Tiny Build. Set in a medieval world with a twist, players are transported back 500 years to war-torn England with modern weaponry to alter the course of history and prevent a future apocalypse. City of Atlantis is an isometric city-building survival game developed by Gambit Games Studio and Mean Astronauts, and published by Games Operators and Creative Forge Games. The game places players in the mythical Atlantis, a city that surpasses others in scientific, military, and economic advancements. As the leader, you are responsible for building, managing, and defending the city. Republic of Pirates is a pirate-themed city builder and real-time strategy game developed by Crazy Goat Games and published by P-Cube. Set during the golden age of piracy, players are tasked with establishing and growing a pirate utopia in the Caribbean. The game combines elements of city building, naval combat, and diplomacy. Railroad Corporation 2 is an economic strategy game developed by Corby Games and published by Iceberg Interactive. Set in the early 20th century, the game tasks players with managing a railway company, focusing on the transition from steam to electric and diesel locomotives. Players will need to lay tracks, buy and upgrade trains, transport goods and passengers, and develop towns to complement their railway network.
It just needs someone to build it.
Viking City Builder is an economic city building game with real-time strategy elements developed by Titan Games. The game is set during the Viking Age, where players lead their Viking clans to expand and conquer new territories in Europe. Multiplayer online game developed by Siege Camp, the creators behind Foxhole. This game allows thousands of players to collaborate in building empires, waging wars, and conquering territories in a persistent online world.